The Bentley Bentayga was the first ultra-luxury SUV to hit the market way back in 2016. We saw a facelift model launched in 2020 where we were given the V8 variant and the hybrid, and today I'm going to talk to you about the newest addition to the Bentayga range, which is this behind me, the Bentayga S. We've seen S models appear in the Bentley lineup in previous years and they've always looked more aggressive and been more performance focused. With this being the first time it's appeared on the SUV, has it given the Bentayga a sportier personality? Yes, the Bentayga S certainly feels sportier as soon as you jump inside, turn on the engine and take it for a drive. Now we have actually got the same engine as in the V8, which is a 542 brake horsepower engine. 0 to 60 you achieve in 4.4 seconds as usual, but where the S comes into play is more with the driving dynamics and the chassis, so you can really feel the difference when you're in this new enhanced sport mode, where there's a 15% increase in dampening, which stiffens the whole chassis and just makes the car feel incredible for a 3-ton SUV. We also get Bentley Dynamic Ride as standard on the Bentayga S, which is the electronic anti-roll system, which makes a huge difference when applied to an SUV this size. It means that the cars are much more level when you're turning into corners, and it's a lot more comfortable too. Now, I know what you're thinking. It doesn't sound like there's been a huge number of changes applied to this car, and well, that's kind of true, but it's not to say that these incremental small changes haven't made a huge difference. So all in all, the Bentayga S, it just feels more alert, it's more on its toes, it feels like it really is willing you to drive it just a little bit harder than you would in a normal V8 version of the Bentayga. And pair these changes with the optional sports exhaust, which this particular model has, it sounds brilliant. But not all of the changes with the S version are purely dynamic. We've also got some cosmetic changes. So starting with the cabin, we've got a new colour split which comes as standard on the S, and we've got a really lovely beluga and linen example to show it off today. We've also got Alcantara trim added to the steering wheel and to the gear lever, which just adds another touch of luxury and sportiness to the interior of this car. We've also got the S logos embroidered into the seat just behind me, which you probably can't quite see, and also on the fascia panel. We've got a whole load of carbon fibre in here on the fascia, which just looks amazing and it makes the car feel a lot more dynamic compared to a wooden veneer. And lastly, we've got all of the features that you'd expect to find on a Bentayga. We've got the digital display up in front of me, which makes it really clear to see the speed limit when I'm driving. We've got our sat-nav, which is really good. We've got the connected car, Apple CarPlay, which I find really handy on a long journey especially. Moving on to the exterior then, and the differences are a bit more subtle. You can't really see them as easily, so let me point them out for you. We've got a new front splitter design and rear diffuser, which makes the car look a whole lot more aggressive than the hybrid and the V8 versions. And we've also got a new spoiler design at the back, which is a bit bigger. And then we also have the S logo on the fender badge, and we've got a new 22-inch designed wheel that comes specifically for the S. And you can have them in black, silver or a polished design like we've got on this version today that look really nice against the grey paint. So what are my final thoughts on the Bentayga S, having spent a bit more time behind the wheel today? The question I asked was, does it feel more sporty being an S variant? And well, yes, of course it does. I think it strikes the perfect balance between the aggressive, dynamic, drivable car that you just really want to drive every day, along with the luxuries that you would expect from a Bentley. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have enjoyed this video today, please do give me a thumbs up, and if you want any more information on the Bentayga S or any other model in the Bentley lineup, please don't hesitate to visit the link below. And I'll see you again really soon.